Hey everybody, welcome back to another video from Susan Lynn, Psychic Medium. I was not planning on making a video today. I, believe it or not, have a lot of other things that I have going on in my life. I have other things besides being a psychic and a medium. I have a couple of small businesses that I also run that I've been running for many years. As I've mentioned, I think before, I always had this ability to sense spirits, ghost energies. I could see them. Honestly, they kind of terrorized me as a young child because I lost my mom when I was 7, and so she died of cancer. And so going through that process was scary and kind of ungrounded me in many ways, right? And then having these ghosts come at night and in my mind harass me, right, was not a good experience. I didn't have any support. I didn't have anybody like 99.9% of you out there that have these experiences. There's no support. I mean, you just have to shut it down and step back in line with society, okay? Because that's the safest way to go forward, right? And you can't go around talking about, oh, I was up last night because this ghost was in my space and bothering me and trying to communicate with me, and I didn't get any sleep. That's not going to go over well at the office. that's not going to get you a promotion. So anyway, the reason that I wasn't going to give a video today was because, I had these other commitments that are kind of on a timeline. So I'm working away on my commitments, and all morning I kept getting the message, a little nudge, okay? So I'm giving you this video because they finally upgraded their nudge to full on just talking to me when I didn't pay attention, which is a lot, unfortunately. And then I said, okay, I'm going to record your message, because when I try to connect with them cerebrally, if you will, and have a conversation with my own guides. I mean, I can do it with your guides because my ego is not involved. That gets bypassed by your guides. But when I'm getting messages from my guides, my ego kind of tries to stay in the conversation. So when my guides say, oh, you should do this, it could be as simple as bring an umbrella or go get some money out of the bank and put it in a different account, or whatever they tell me to do. My ego mind will come in and say, oh, that's just being overly cautious, or, we have 1,000 reasonings, right? I mean, we use the same reasonings on ourselves that we use to reason ourselves to not talk about this with other people and not get support. It's because of our framework of our society does not really support this at this time. More so now than ever, but still not really a thing you can go and talk about to your friends and family, right? For the most part. So the message that they kept coming through with was, it's funny, actually. It's just funny. Was that when I had my awakening, quote unquote, which took a while, took a couple of years for me to really, I'm stubborn, okay? I'm sorry. I admit it. I am stubborn, okay? So they tried to get me to do readings and to use my gift to help others, because I love to help others. That's really an important part of my personality. So they started trying to get me to do this, and it took a long time. And so here we are. I've been giving readings. I've been channeling. I've been helping people talk to their loved ones, and it's wonderful. It is actually, I'm so honored to be able to do this. Honored to be able to be a part of this, to be able to help. It's amazing. But let me say that when you give people readings, they have the same dialogue with me that I have with myself, which is, a little doubt, right? A little of what you don't want to hear. If you don't want to hear that you should stop this direction of your career and you should begin a new direction. Who wants to hear that? That's scary, right? That's something that triggers all of us, most of us. Wow, I don't want to do that. I mean, I got to start over, and where do I get the money? And what if my family thinks I'm crazy? And what if it doesn't work? Okay, all those same fears are the same fears that I have transitioning my businesses to full-time psychic and mediumship. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because when they gave me the message, I said, okay, let me record this message so that my ego brain cannot be in the equation. So sometimes when you're getting a message from your guides and you're having a hard time with it, or you're arguing with them, or you think, oh, I just had this idea to move to Belize and start a goat herding business, and you think, what a crazy idea. Okay, that's probably your guides coming in and actually tapping into your most inner desires, right? And bringing it up so that you can connect with it on a more physical plane level. So how you do that, how you connect with your guides without having your ego referee the conversation, is you can do automatic writing. If you don't know what that is, you basically sit with a pen and a piece of paper, or you sit on a computer, laptop, whatever, and you just close your eyes. You do a prayer. You surround yourself with white light protection. You can Google that. There's a million ways to do it. Everybody should be doing that on a regular basis anyway. So you're clearing the channel, right? We're going to clear the channel so no other entities or energies are going to be involved in this communication, because we want this communication to come straight from our guides. We don't want anybody else's opinion. We need the big daddy, right? The big mama. So you're going to get a piece of paper. You're going to get a computer. You're going to close your eyes. You've already cleared your space. You've already cleared your energy. Take some deep breaths. Calm down. Relax. Make sure you're not going to be interrupted. If you need to go sit in your car, go sit in your car. And then you're going to start typing. And what I usually do is I say, thank you for this message today. And then I put the date. That's the last, hopefully, conscious thing that you're going to be using. The last part of the reality world that you're going to be using. So you're going to put the date. And you're going to say, thank you for this message. I am hearing from my guides right now, and they are telling me. And then you start writing. Now, let's say you start writing and there's nothing coming out, right? And you're like, well, this is a waste of time and I feel like an idiot. What you can do is you're gonna have to prime the pump. What that means is that you've got to start doing something so that energy can flow. So you can just start if you're typing, you can just start hitting any keys. You can hit all the keys, any keys. You can start typing words like blue, goat, sky, car, whatever. Okay, just typing words, blah, 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 blah. And then pretty soon the words will start to have, you'll start to feel that they have a little bit of energy behind them. Like you might all of a sudden go from car, blue, sky to she says to, and then it might go back to pineapple. It's crazy. I know it's crazy. But I need to tell you that because this is where people stop. And this is not where you need to stop, okay? I've done many automatic writings that to this day, I don't know what the heck they were talking about. Some of them, they got pretty intense. And I got messages about my family that I wasn't ready to hear. And for that reason, I didn't understand. And I just filed it away. That's all you have to do. File it away. We have to understand sometimes it's not about the action. Sometimes the action is getting the message. Okay? Sometimes the action is getting the message. But in my case, this morning, today, right now, that was not the case. I started to the second way I do automatic writing is I do automatic speaking. So I'm not a good typer. I'm not a good handwriting. If I hand wrote it, you would never even know what the message was. So I take my phone and I put it on, the voice notes. Most phones have some kind of voice notes app. And then I record it. I just talk into it. And that way I can just talk freely. Now, the great thing about that is that in the beginning, my ego mind is a little bit involved. Like I'm saying, okay, they came to me with this message. They keep bugging me. Finally, I took a break from my work and I'm just going to say whatever it is they want me to say so I can get it down and then I can go on with my day. Sometimes that's what happens. So as I'm talking into my phone, and I'm talking about, they're saying to me, you told us that if you had these certain things that you would do what we are asking you to do, right? So basically, you said, Susan, if you had some money in the bank and you felt comfortable that you weren't going to starve to death tomorrow, and if you had some other things tied up, you would start doing these readings and you would start helping people, because this is what we've asked you to do at this time in your life. We've asked you to help people with this gift that you have to connect with guides and even bigger ancient energies and also people's loved ones. And you remember that we've had this conversation many times, and we feel like it's time. And I mean, literally, you guys, like the energy, like it's propelling me. Like I just want to get out of the chair and start walking around. Their energy is in me, making me feel like I have energy. And so I said, yeah, you're right. I did, I was able to sell a house, and so I don't have that bill, and that's, made my finances better. And you're right. But I've got these other commitments, these commitments are coming in. And I feel like practically speaking, that I should take on these commitments and take on this business. Basically, it's business. And this period of time, the summertime, is when I can make the money from this business that I have. And let me just tell you, they've already told me that business is going away for no uncertain terms. And I've argued with them for 5 years about this. 5 years. Imagine my guides, they probably have headaches all the time. They're probably just like, oh my God, why us? Anyway, change is hard, so this is why they're making me do this video. So I wanted to do a basic, record my voice, let them tell me the message so they'll leave me alone. That's what I do. Okay, I got your message, I recorded it, I got it in my soul without my ego being involved. I got it. Thank you. Now I'm going to move on. But while I'm recording the message, they're like, no, you got to video this. And I'm like, I don't want to video this. I got other things to do. I wasn't going to make a video. And they're like, oh, you're going to make a video because this is going to help people. And we want you to show other people the nitty-gritty struggles that you're having, because that's going to help people. People can see that you're struggling. They can see how you may be struggling the way they're struggling, right? And so that's going to help people see that it's real and not judge, right? Because, okay, she's struggling, I'm struggling, we're all struggling. This is normal, right? This is normal. They want to bring this out of the hidden, parts of our body, our personality, and they want to make it public. They want me to make it public. How nice, right? Thanks. Appreciate it. So anyway, here I am doing a video that makes no sense, that is on all different topics at the same time. basically rambling, as far as I can tell. So anyway, what is the point of this video? Thank you, guides. The point is that so many points. There's so much to tell you. That's why these videos end up having 5 different topics inside of one. So they just wanted me to share with you the struggles. Okay, so I'm struggling. Let me admit it. I'm struggling. I want to help people. Do you know what they asked me? So I'm having this dialogue with them, like I said, basically arguing. I mean, I'm not proud of it. I am not proud of it. But it's a thing. And we're going back and forth. This is how I am with my guides every day. It's when you open the connection, be sure you really want to open the connection. And they're talking to me about, well, what do you need? What else do you need to be able to do this full time? And I'm thinking, well, we're in the middle of a pandemic. It's hard to give group readings when you're in the middle of a pandemic, maybe, towards the end of the summer, this would be a better time. Again, I'm trying to buy time. I'm trying to see if I can make money with my business and then, continue doing this, but not maybe push it as much as they want me to. And here's what they asked me. Now, you guys, seriously, I know this is the same thing like a life coach would say, but they are life coaches. These are the ultimate life coaches. They said, well, what if you won the lottery? What if you won the lottery? Now, okay, let's just stop here. Please let me win the lottery. Give me the numbers. But no, they want everybody to learn it the hard way. They don't want to give us the numbers so we can just be like, woohoo, we're done. Woo, we're done. No, they want us to learn it the hard way. So here we are. They still use this rhetorical question. What if you won the lottery? So I said, well, if I won the lottery, the first 2 things I would do is take 2 trips. One to the mountains, one to a tropical place. And then once my batteries were completely recharged, I felt like I was completely recharged and centered again without all these external, commitments, right? Whatever they are. Once I was recharged, then I said I would help people with a vengeance. I would give readings with a vengeance. I would give group readings, talks. I would be like on a mission. I would be like a arrow shot from a bow. I would be flying. I would just be, on it. Right? So then they say, well, what's the point? Why aren't you doing that now? I mean, you don't need to win the lottery to do that. And that made me laugh, because they called me on my own shit, basically, right? Believe me, they will call you on your own shit. So I thought, well, that is funny. Why is that? Why am I not going out and pushing this with a vengeance? Well, honestly, because fear. Fear is a big thing, right? I've got income that could potentially be coming in from a business, but that requires my energy and focus on that business. And if I stop that business and I stop that income, then I guess, are you with me? Are you on the next step? Then I guess I've got to push really hard to get my business going further with helping people with mediumship and psychic readings. Y'all, I know you guys can see this very clearly, but I'm telling you, in my head, it's still fuzzy. It's still like 2 + 2 = 9. It's not working. It's like, okay, but I got money coming in and there's no money coming in, but you want me to change direction. So anyway, oh my goodness. They're saying we are supporting you. We would not ever lead you astray. We would never lead you to do something that would not be good for you. Okay. So the next thing I said is, well, I guess I'll stop taking business for the month of August. It is now June 4th. And I said, I'll stop taking business in August, thinking this is a big concession, right? This is how I deal with them. Okay, I'll stop taking business for August. And they said, it's looking more like July to us. And I'm like, really? That's really? I mean, really? No. Yes. They're telling me right now in this video, July 15th. July 15th. Y'all, this is crazy. Okay, I'm just telling you, this is crazy. For all the people that I've given readings to, that I have given you this same advice, while, I say me, but obviously it's not from me because I don't know you from Adam. And I would never tell you to quit your job and move to Bolivia. Never! I'm a very practical person. But for all you people that I've given advice to that you thought, this woman has lost her mind. And then you did it because either you wanted to, or fate and your guides and your angels came in and basically made you do it by getting you laid off, or having your spouse have to move across country, or the many things that they do to when you don't want to get up and do what you're supposed to do, they just kind of push you along. I'm sorry. I know what you feel like now. It's crazy. It's for our own good. Absolutely. Because many of you have contacted me a year later and said, I just had one last week, another reading from a lady that I gave a reading to a year ago. And she said, oh, you told me many things that were correct, but there was a few things that I thought, that is crazy. She is crazy. And I'm here to tell you, I booked this reading today because that stuff came true in a little different way, that I could see it. Because when you said this was going to happen, I was thinking within these parameters, right? And then it came true over here in this other direction. And she said, and it was scary, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So here I am, sharing with you my trials and tribulations with my guides and my angels. And hopefully something in this video that was literally rambling hit some, good nerve, gave you some clarity, or maybe made things feel more normal in some ways, or gave you some information. I don't know. I just hope it helped you. Literally, they just want me to come on here and be real and just talk about situations and circumstances. And here I am. You can't get any more real than rambling. So hopefully it helps you. Okay. And leave me a comment. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. I want to hear what you guys have to say about how your guides come in and communicate, the messages you get. Did you try automatic writing? Did you try automatic speaking? Did you try just recording your dreams? I mean, how are your guides getting through to you, and what are they saying to you? And let's have a community discussion about it, because we need each other right now. We all need each other right now. And even if you're watching this video and you say, my guides never talk to me, and I have friends like this, and I point out to them all the time, situations where they literally did something because they had a thought. I just had a thought that I should go to this place today, and then I met this person who ended up being my partner in this new business, or ended up being my life partner. Hello, that's your guides. That's your guides talking to you. So even you guys, everybody. Again, thank you so much. I am so grateful for you. I wish you all the best. And, you'll see me again soon, hopefully in a less rambling version. Take care.